Let's talk about perhaps the difference that exchanges have made in terms of improving the lot of, particularly let's focus first on rural farmers, because we do find across the whole of the continent, rural farmers most of the times are exploited. If you were to mark yourself, what difference would you say you have made, and what mark could you give yourself, let's say out of 10?
Yes, thank you. We think that the difference we make for the rural smallholder farmers is that, first of all, we collect and provide them with current and reliable market information, such as market prices, people who want to buy or sell commodities, where, at what price. This sort of information empowers the smallholder farmers for a better price in the marketplace, to bargain for a better price. And we, in addition to providing them with the information that improves their bargaining power, we do link them up. We manage to link them up to the buyers of their produce or sellers of the farm inputs that they need. Our exchange, I must say, operates a little differently from the conventional commodity exchanges that you may know of, such as Safex, for example. We deal with smallholder farmers, and we have many commodity exchanges, if you will. We've set up what we call market resource centers, which are points in local markets where we simply put up a board with a piece of chalk, and people can enter offers to sell and bids to buy commodities on these boards. And buyers can go there and bid to buy, and through that process of offering and bidding transparently on the board, a fair price is set for the farmer. This we're doing because the conditions do not exist yet for a large commodity exchange. But nevertheless, over the years, these conditions are improving. For example, financial institutions are developing, communications are improving, and on this basis, we are now teaming up with other players in the sector to actually set up a normal commodity exchange at the East African community or market level.
Okay, which I'll come to now. If I can go back to my original question, if you were to mark yourself, how many marks would you give yourself out of 10?
Out of 10? I would say about 7. 7 because we feel we are not perfect yet. We are still developing the mechanisms and systems that can help improve the services that we render. So we cannot say we have reached there yet, but I think we're a long way on to really setting up systems that can help link farmers as well as smallholder commodity traders to agricultural markets in a more efficient and profitable way.
I would imagine there's a lot of work to be done, particularly given the fact that you deal with small-scale farmers, and we do know that education is a big part of the problem in terms of educating farmers on understanding prices and also understanding the market mechanisms. But in terms of the regional exchange that you're talking about, what sort of commodities are you looking at? In terms of getting onto the exchange to trade?
In terms of the regional market that exchange that we have planned to set up, we're looking at the main grains traded in the East African market. For example, maize, wheat, rice, and even inputs such as fertilizers. And these are commodities traded in the region that we think can be able to be traded on the regional commodity exchange.
And which countries would be part of this?
The countries of the East African community, that is Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Burundi. These are the 5 countries that form the East African community market.
So how do you then propose to try to get information to the farmers, particularly given the challenges that we've just discussed now that you faced in Kenya? I would imagine if you're going to bring in the other countries, including your Tanzanias, your Burundis, your Ugandas, etc., they also have the challenges that Kenya has, and probably even more and worse would be the transport infrastructure problems.
That's right. We do have various challenges. But about which we're developing systems to cope with. For example, you asked, how do we get information across to the farmers? Let me explain to you one system that we have set up here in Nairobi. We call it a market call center, which is a place where we have installed a state-of-the-art information and communication technologies. And through this system, we are able to receive offers to sell and bids to buy commodities, properties, and even agricultural services on a 24-hour basis using these ICT technologies, as well as radio. We have once a week a radio program on the National Kenya Broadcasting Corporation where we go to and carry out a market program where we broadcast this information. So combining the tools such as the radio and ICTs, that is exploiting the power of information and communication technologies, we are able to collect, process, and disseminate market information widely, even into remote rural areas.
Absolutely,
and
interesting.
We think these systems can be scaled up or replicated in other countries as well. I mean, radio, we know that throughout Africa, radio is still the major tool or source of information for many rural folk.